Today, the Lord gave me a message for you, and I just wanted to give you a few minutes from my heart. So here we are, the week after Easter, and I was looking at the week after that first Easter, and that's the time when we hear of Thomas seeing Jesus face to face after he's resurrected. And they sometimes call him Doubting Thomas, but Thomas was a powerful apostle, great disciple. And, so Jesus shows up in the upper room to the disciples the first time, and Thomas wasn't there. So he hears about it, but he wasn't there to get to experience what they experienced. So he heard about it, but he didn't get to see for himself the Lord showing his scars and showing his resurrected form in the flesh, resurrected, like something like it's massively unbelievable, but it's true. And they tell him about it, but he says that he doesn't believe. He says he would have to touch Jesus and see the scars for himself in order to believe. Well, let's turn to John 20, because I want to read to you what happens. Because, Thomas isn't the only one who runs into moments of doubt in his life. Sometimes something will come up and we find ourselves doubting. But look at what happens, what Jesus does. Jesus' response to the doubting is to give another invitation. He gives another invitation. He doesn't just, go in there and reprimand him, but he comes right in with an invitation. And then we'll look at Thomas's response. So today I want to focus on John 20:27 and John 20:28. 2 verses. It's a bigger story, but I want to just focus in on Jesus' invitation and Thomas's response. And I want to just focus on those 2 parts, because with just this simple transformation, we're going to see a turning point in Thomas's life, from doubt to faith, from a moment where he was walking towards unbelief to a moment where he wouldn't touch unbelief ever again, just courageously pressing in to faith. I'm going to read from the NIV. Then Jesus said to Thomas, "Put your finger here. See my hands. Reach out your hand and put it into my side. Stop doubting and believe." Wow. Jesus had offered that, come and see my hands, come and see my scars to the other disciples. And Thomas felt like he had missed that opportunity. And Jesus knew that. He knew that. And he came right in and he just offered that invitation personally to Thomas. And that's what he does for us. If you feel like Jesus has invited everyone else, well, he is inviting you to. If you feel like you missed that moment, you missed that revival, you weren't there when that happened, or you missed it, or you've been so occupied with what you've been doing that you missed it. But Jesus gives you a personal invitation. Whoop, he did it just now. Just now. You felt it, right? And you felt that little stir. That was Jesus inviting you. He does it. He doesn't do it the same to me as he does it to you. I feel him whispering in my heart. Everyone doesn't hear the whispers or feel it. I feel him, I have a close relationship with Jesus. You got to get so close that he can correct you. That's the best, when Jesus just corrects you all the time. Because you know what? If you're just a little bit close with him, he comforts you. But if you just open your life and say, "You're the Lord, you're the ruler of my life, have your way in me," then you're opening your life for him to be the boss, for him to be the Lord, for him to be truly your king. And so for me, when I'm having my moments with him, even when I'm crying out, I feel him giving me that feedback, that Holy Spirit feedback where he's correcting me, where I'm asking him, help me here. And he's like, I've kind of told you what you need to work on. Let's work on that, and we can move forward more powerfully. Let him be your Lord, the lordship. Put him on the throne of your life. Don't just say, you are God. Say, you are my God. You want to hear Thomas's response to a personal invitation? My Lord, my God. That is the most personal thing you can say to Jesus, knowing his true divinity, knowing who he truly is. He didn't just say, now I believe you rose. Now I believe what they saw. Now I get it. He just went right down to the heart of things and said, my Lord, my God. It's got to be personal. Jesus gives you a personal invitation. And what is our response? Do we just keep walking by? Do we just ignore him? Do we talk over him? Or do we listen? And do we realize we've just had a calling from the Most High, the one who weaved us together in our mother's womb, the one who put us into existence before they created the first star in the sky. He thought of you, and he thought of a way to have perfect union with you. You know, we talked about lighthouses at the ladies' event, and how a lighthouse is positioned on a coastline. Well, I just had a revelation that we are lighthouses, and we are positioned on a coastline. What's that coastline? It's not water with land. It's God with man, God with woman. Right here I stand, a tower of faith, standing here where God connects with a human in a relationship. So when he gives you that personal invitation, and when I say personal, that means it's going to be uniquely to you. Don't miss it. Notice it. What's your response? Let it be like Thomas. Don't think of him as doubting Thomas. Think of him as the one who knew Jesus for who he was, the resurrected Christ. He is my Lord, my God. Say it with me as if it's for the first time. My Lord, my God. That's your response when he calls to you. He's going to be calling to you this week. I prophesy he's going to be calling to you intimately this week. And I want your response to be personal, because his invitation is so personal. I love you.